Hi, my name is Flat Stanley and I'm a friend of Darrin Pierce's. Let me tell you about my trip to Tucson, Arizona. Tucson is located about 450 miles east of my home in Rancho Cucamonga. It's in the Sonoran Desert, one of the greenest deserts on earth. I was so happy to meet Peyton's Aunt Deidre when I arrived, but I was a little scared at first. Here's the house I stayed at for a couple of months. Just because we are in the desert doesn't mean there's sand everywhere. Tucson has lots of plants and bushes everywhere. There are over 320 days of sunshine every year. It can get as hot as 120 degrees in the summer and as cold as 20 degrees in the winter. A lot of plants there look very mean. They have spikes and thorns everywhere. I had to be very careful where I walked. I learned that the plants have those thorns for protection. Tucson gets very little rain and plants have to protect themselves so animals don't take moisture from them. A lot of cactus which you see here are very pretty though. Little did I know that I would spend a lot of my time traveling with Peyton's Uncle Darrin. He does a lot of television sporting events and he took me everywhere. Before I knew it, we were in Foxborough, Massachusetts, where Darrin and I attended a conference. Foxborough is the home of the New England Patriots. I got to spend 3 days there. It was a lot different than Tucson, but I really only got to see the stadium and stuff around there. I did get to go to the Patriot Hall of Fame. That was neat because I like football. Then after going back to Tucson, we flew to Denver to televise a professional soccer game. Denver was cold and there was snow around the stadium. I got to go all over the stadium. I got to watch the game from the field. Everyone liked having me around. I got my picture taken with a sideline reporter who played for the Canadian national team. She just won a gold medal at the Pan American Games. After the game, I went downtown with Darrin's brother-in-law, Fred. He used to be in a band. That's him in this video. He still sings in other bands and such. I got my picture taken with some Denver police officers too. After Denver, we went to Lubbock, Texas to work at a football game. Lubbock is very flat and they really like their football. I sure did like exploring all the stadiums we went to. They are huge and each one is different. Later, I got my picture taken with Darrin's cousin John and his family that live in Amarillo, Texas. Finally, we got back to Tucson and I met Darrin's family. You met Deidre before. She is very nice and made me feel at home. Clay is their son and Peyton's cousin. He is in college at the University of Arizona. Kristen is Peyton's cousin too. She is a senior in high school. I got my picture taken with her basketball team too. This is Jupiter and Shasta. They are really nice dogs. While in Tucson, I went to a bunch of football and basketball games, more than I can even remember. It seems like if I wasn't at a basketball game, I was at a football game. Here are some pictures of me at some of the football games I went to at University of Arizona. A lot of the pictures were taken before the games because it was hard for Darrin to take our picture while he was working. I did get to go inside the television truck and see all the stuff inside there. It was a lot more complicated than I thought. So much stuff. So when I wasn't at a football game, I was at a basketball game. I love basketball and so does Darrin. Seems like everyone in Tucson likes basketball because the University of Arizona basketball team usually does well. Everyone was so nice and wanted to get the picture taken with me. I got pictures of everyone. Even Sean Miller, the basketball coach, and Rich Rodriguez, the football coach, even Lute Olson, the Hall of Fame coach from the University of Arizona. A lot of the announcers wanted to get their picture taken with me too. The cheerleaders, even Wilbur the Wildcat, got into some pictures. We had Thanksgiving dinner in Tucson. Fred and his wife Karen, who was Deidre's sister, came down to spend Thanksgiving. It was a really nice night. Lots of good food and football. This is Fred getting ready for bed. He has sleep apnea and has to wear this when he sleeps. He looks really uncomfortable. I went over to Clay's apartment to check out his Christmas tree. Really nice. Then I went to Phoenix to see even more sporting events. Went to a football game at Arizona State University. They are rivals of the University of Arizona. That was fun. Then I went to a basketball game at Grand Canyon University. I had no idea I'd see so many games. But in Phoenix, I got to go to a lot of Arizona Cardinal football games. The Cardinals are in the NFL and their games are really exciting. I got to go everywhere. That stadium has so many seats, and the fans and guys working the games with Darrin wanted to have their picture taken with me. I felt like a celebrity. I never wanted to leave the building because I was having so much fun. I got my picture taken with everyone. Some of the players even looked for me to get a picture. I got to hang with Darrin while he ran the handheld camera, and the sideline reporters loved me. On some games, Darrin was on one of the big cameras. I sat right on the lens. Even the director took shots of me at the camera and put me on the air. That's me on the monitor wall in the truck. That means I made it on the air. Television is really fun. It's not even like work. Hey, here's me with Larry Fitzgerald, Russ Grimm, and the head coach of the Cardinals, Ken Wisenhunt. What fun I had in University of Phoenix Stadium, home of the Cardinals. One good thing about traveling is I get to stay in nice hotels and I get my own bed. I went golfing with Darrin to his basketball games that he played. He won 2 league championships while I was there. And I went to the state high school football championships. Here's me at the Imperial Sand Dunes in California, where I went with John, a photographer that works with Darrin. The sand dunes are on the border of California and Arizona. And here is me with Walt Moss, another guy that works with Darrin. We are on San Nicolas Island off coast of California. Darrin goes there once in a while to work for the U.S. military. And here I am at the event of Raytheon where Darrin works full-time. This is Gene Kranz, who was a flight director for Apollo 13. His story was made into a movie by Ron Howard and starred Tom Hanks. When I finally made it back to Tucson, Deidre had put up all the Christmas decorations. It was beautiful, but it made me a little homesick to get back to Peyton. I love being in Tucson, but I wanted to be back with her for the holidays. I really enjoyed spending time with Darrin and his family and friends and seeing lots of places. But I wanted to spend Christmas with Peyton. I was so happy when she opened the present and there I was. I will never forget Tucson and all the places I saw, but I want to stay with Peyton forever.